at the same time as we're taking this this design course through the design project, we're also layering on additional experiences that they're designing to become more aware of not only this experience they're creating for their partner, but their own experience in the class.
Your own individual experience, your team experience, and the experience of the class. So you do an assignment where you identify some personal goals. You will revise your goals halfway through the course, assess yourself on that. We started the class with what we call pre-flexion, which is pre-reflection. And we ask students when they're working in teams to do this at the beginning of every class session, where they have 3 simple prompts. What are you feeling good about today? What are you worried about today? And what's a question you have?
It's a smiley face,
frowny
frowny
face. Smiley face, frowny face, and a question mark.
Observations about what you're thinking, feeling, wondering. And the other is one principle or idea to build on that. So if I'm feeling worried about whether I'm going to be able to finish this project or not, what's just one principle or one idea that I could go take with me as I come to my team that is starting to turn the corner into a constructive way forward from that worry that I could bring, as well as the concern.
And they each individually write, this is a 5-minute activity, individually write and then share with your team so people know how each other are doing on the team. And it might be relevant to the team project, it might also be I'm sleepy. Then they put it up on a board where we, the professors, can go and look, and with silent communication, we've learned something about the students.
At the end of every day, we invited a reflection. We do it here in Canvas, just any aha or reflection from the day, but just one thing, long or short as you want. And then we're able to respond to that and understand where everyone's at in a very simple way every day.
And we got people the other day saying, we had a, breakthrough, or we're super pumped to try this. We think we have an idea that's really going to work. And so there's a lot of combination of stress and worry and enthusiasm and excitement.
And then we add teaming. So observing the experience they're having in their teams and tuning into those experiences and identifying what matters most to make that better, and coming up with ideas and experiments to improve their teamwork, which was absolutely critical this year. When we form teams, we begin the team compass to help the team sort of stay on track and travel together through their journey.
And we're Team Linda. Before we got started on working with Linda, we wanted to think about how we want to work together. And the main thing that we wanted to focus on was making sure that we're patient with each other, we're flexible, and we're communicating.
And then make sure to keep coming back to it. We'll encourage that regularly, but also whenever things just aren't feeling great, at least take the time to make an observation about what's happening and come up with one experiment, one thing to try to make it better.
Our biggest issue is communication. So like say we need better communication, we went to use Messenger or what's called reactions, just in case quick. You could read it, just react, you don't have to send a whole message.
So a lot of what happens in the class is very much that learning how to communicate and work with others, which is invaluable for any kind of work in our world. So even if people don't go on to ever think about older adults again, they've learned something about what motivates them, what drives them to do good work, and how to appreciate and understand each other's working styles and get along. So that's really great. The teams work so hard, and at some point that, it pushes them to the point where if they don't creatively think about it, if they don't really communicate with each other, it's not going to work. The second day after introducing the class more, we do a class compass to sort of set our goals and ideas together. So any observations about where I'm at right now as I start this class, what matters most to me about having a great experience, what ways are there for that to happen, and then we can figure out some experiments to do together. And then we iterate.
And this is from another year in the class where students would talk about their observations. You can see we have a couple of zoom-ins. So one says, class is very long with no breaks. And then you can see on the other side of this slide in pink, it says, an experiment to try was set an alarm, have the professor set an alarm for break time. So then we'd remember that we need a break.
Yeah, a 4-month experience got reflected in a 10-minute sticky note exercise today. The 2 things that for observations they comment on the most is, first of all, the power of just people. It felt good to be helpful. I love designing for people. Lots of empathy and compassion. And the other one is I love rapid prototyping. And then at the sort of principal higher level experience, things that people took away that I love, mind-opening experience. Optimism goes a long way. And this is actually an idea. I will try to find the humanity in every project and problem. So, it's worth the work, right?